Trump touted Palantir on Truth Social after he bought the company's stock. And this is just one, but it is a big one that he has done. Again, as the guy was talking about this, he said, the most corrupt president we've ever had. It's right in your face. And of course, the worst president we've ever had. Not only is there a massive amount of corruption, looking like a banana republic, but we're a banana republic that can't afford to buy bananas because of the Republicans. Trump scooped up shares of artificial intelligence software maker Palantir weeks before he famously lauded the stock. But of course, it's insider trading on steroids because he knows that he's going to award contracts to these people as well. Records show thousands of transactions during the first quarter, totaling hundreds of millions of dollars, with each trade listed as a price range. During the first 3 months of this year, Trump purchased between $247,000 and $630,000 worth of stock in the now Miami-based AI company Palantir. In March alone, he made at least 7 purchases of Palantir, totaling as much as $530,000 in the month of March. But that's nothing compared to the massive grift that he's setting up with this nearly $2 billion lawsuit settlement that he's going to basically sue himself and then say, and I can pay myself. So what he does is he files a lawsuit against the U.S. government, and then as the liar and thief, not a commander-in-chief, he tells his Justice Department to give up on the lawsuit and settle with me. And they do. And so Trump has praised Palantir on Truth Social as the shares suffered the worst week in over a year. But of course, the big thing is the insider trading. He knows that he is setting them up with new contracts. And he's investing in that. Trump and his family, the Trump Organization, don't play a role in the selecting, directing, or approving of specific investments, they said. Well, if you believe that, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn I can talk to you about. So the president's assets are in a trust that is managed by his children. It is not a blind trust, as other presidents have done. It is a very different arrangement. Palantir sponsored Trump's military parade held in June for the Army's 250th anniversary. Other tech companies also reportedly sponsored the event, but Palantir wasn't the president's only big tech trades. In February, he bought between $1 million and $5 million worth of NVIDIA. About a week later, the company expanded its AI deal with Meta Platforms. Again, he's required to file these reports. He's been filing them late and paying the $200 fee. That's it. You know, we had the Stock Act. If you remember that a few years ago? People called that the Pelosi Act because there was a 60 Minutes report exposing all of her massive insider trading. And so she was kind of had her hands tied, and they pushed that thing through and then waited a few months and then eviscerated it. So there's no prohibition, there's no penalty, there's no crime in doing insider trading from people in the executive branch or the legislative branch who they know who the contracts are going to go to. But they can do insider trading, which is absolutely criminal. Remember all the stuff that Martha Stewart went through. She was never convicted of insider trading. They caught her in some kind of a minor perjury trap and sent her to jail for that. Nancy Pelosi and the rest of these people do insider trading all the time, and there's no prohibition against it. And so in these reports, he only puts it somewhere between $1 and $5 million. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much. Records show the president brought upwards of $1 million worth of Amazon, Apple, and Broadcom as well. But the key thing is that he made 3,700 trades in just one quarter. And the amount of trading that Trump is doing on the stock market is going up exponentially. If you look at the graph, it goes like this, straight up. The hockey stick, the virtual hockey stick that Al Gore liked to talk about. More than 3,700 trades in the first quarter, a flurry of trades totaling tens of millions of dollars and involving major companies that have dealings with his administration. That is the corruption that we're seeing here. So again, the Office of Government Ethics, what a joke, the OGE, said the volume of trading, which is more than 40 per day over a 3-month period. I mean, between buying and selling stocks and tweeting on the internet, has he got time to do anything else? Oh, that's right. He doesn't do anything else, does he? It's pretty stupid what is happening in the Trump administration, and very corrupt. This is an insane amount of trades, said a guy who's a CEO of a capital management company, Tuttle. It looks, again, that's harkens back to Brazil, right? Is it Tuttle or Buttle? I don't know. Anyway, he said it looks more like something done by a hedge fund with a massive algorithmic trades. He first buys and then he shorts securities. Then it looks like a personal account. In the first quarter, the president bought at least $1 million each in companies like NVIDIA, Oracle, Microsoft, Boeing, Costco, according to the documents. Other trades involved eBay, Abbott Labs, Uber, and AT&T, even Dollar Tree. I guess he figures Dollar Tree is a growing business because he's going to be making us all so poor. We'll all have to go to the cheapest stores. But when you look at the trades, they have gone up exponentially over time. And so the disclosure reignites conflict of interest concerns that have shadowed Trump's term in the White House. Unlike his predecessors, Trump did not divest or move his assets into a blind trust with an independent overseer because he knows that his supporters are blind in their trust of him. So why does he need to bother with that? It is managed by his two sons and by people like Jared Kushner, who Kushner is managing billions of dollars in investments for Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, while simultaneously serving as a quote-unquote volunteer envoy, somebody who was never elected, somebody who has never faced the scrutiny of the Senate for a cabinet seat or anything, and yet he and Witkoff are doing all this stuff here. So the White House dismissed questions saying that Trump only acts in the best interest of the American public. Except he just said that he doesn't act in the best interest of the American public. He said, I don't even care what the Americans' financial situation is. I'm going to act in the best interest of Israel, specifically Benjamin Netanyahu. And so he doesn't act in our best interest when it comes to Iran. He certainly doesn't operate in our best interest when it comes to the stock market. Why this massive uptick, though, in the amount of stocks that he's buying? When you look at what he's been doing over the last few years, he had the fourth quarter of last year, he made 380 transactions. That's about 4 a day. Now he's gone up to 10 times that level. He went from 380 transactions over 3 months to 3,700 transactions. He has increased it by a factor of 10. In August, he reported 690 transactions, but that was over a 7-month period. And that was an average of 3 per day. This last quarter, he was doing 40 per day. I'm baffled, said Eric Dighton, president and managing director at the Wealth Alliance. He said, in the 40-plus years of my time on Wall Street, this is an unusual amount of trading by any standards. We'd need to see the actual trades to try to understand why anyone would want to do that much trading. Again, it's the stupidity and the corruption. Which one is dominating here? The founder of 50 Park Investments said the frequency of trading was, quote, tremendous. What I really want to know is, at the end of the day, all those trades, was the account positive or negative? Trump has made a number of policy moves. Again, if he wants to participate in the casino of Wall Street, this is a guy who bankrupted 6 casinos. So maybe he's not making money off of this. He can't make up his mind. Certainly, Trump always chickens out when it comes to some of these major things. Maybe he's always chickening out on the companies that he invests in. I don't know. Should I go long or should I hedge this thing? Can't really tell. 6 of Trump's trades involved Intel Corporation, which his administration is trying to take over the management of. I mean, we're not talking about a bailout. We're talking about actually doing management of it. That's his perspective on this. It's a Chinese way of looking at this. All this raises questions that you'd rather not raise as a president. So people are asking, why is he buying NVIDIA and other companies now? When you're the president and you know everything, so any stock that you buy, there's a huge question about this. What does he know, I think? Well, I think he knows that he's going to be adding a lot of contracts to Palantir. I think he knows that he is clearing the decks to let AI do anything that it wants. And I think he knows that he's on path to create massive, massive inflation. Now, that would be an argument for investing, let's say, in the stock market. Or, of course, he's not going to invest in something that is as sound as gold, even though he has an obsession with gold. But I think he's looking at the inflation that is coming. I think that's why he's trying to get into the Wall Street casino. But again, this is a guy who does not know even how to run casinos. And the worst thing that he's doing, we're not even talking about that yet. We'll pick up on that tomorrow. And that's his $2 billion fund that he's just going to sign a check to himself. He's boasted about that. Thank you for joining us. The common man. They created Common Core to dumb down our children. They created Common Pass to track and control us. Their Commons Project to make sure the commoners own nothing. And the communist future. They see the common man as simple, unsophisticated, ordinary. But each of us has worth and dignity, created in the image of God. That is what we have in common. That is what they want to take away. Their most powerful weapons are isolation, deception, intimidation. They desire to know everything about us while they hide everything from us. It's time to turn that around and expose what they want to hide. Please share the information and links you'll find at davidknightshow.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If you can't support us financially, please keep us in your prayers. davidknightshow.com.